Yeah, okay.
Maybe we can put them like right in the front.
Wait, but should we have lighting? Nice.
This one looks a lot better in camera.
How well can you, Brian? If you want to check it out, I don't care too much about that.
The light looks a lot better like this.
Yeah.
I'll check it out real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, looks great.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Line up. Let's go. Number 2, Gringo Bandito. Right.
You have to be like this.
Oh, you remembered?
Ish. Oh, see, I've already lost it. Is this number 4? Habanero mango? Yeah.
That was... Oh, that was 6.
Oh,
So,
okay, way off.
2, 3, 4 is Torchbearer.
Ah, okay, that was 4. Gotcha.
5 is Pain is Good, the big boy. 6 is the Habanero Mango.
Yeah.
Then we have, yeah, there you go.
Wait a minute, we gotta make sure this looks, Alright, cool. Looks nice. Oh wait, glass of milk.
Right, we need those.
Good call.
I'm okay.
But we were saying like maybe have them, but not drink them, just to show our spice tolerance. But one thing is, wait, do we want the grapes? Or let's move these actually. Yeah. The table's kind of like.
Yeah. That way I can I put my script here?
Yeah.
I think I've had these before.
Yeah.
How does this look? Beautiful. Sally, our faces are kind of harder to see. It's because of the light in the back. Could you close the curtain behind you? Or like at least partially? Just a little bit even?
Yeah.
That's way better. That's way better. Yeah, okay. Because before it was like just too much light.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you do choose first? Like in Australia they do this like chewing. So instead of that, let's
Wait, what do they do? What do you mean?
do reset
Oh, like.
when you're when they're filming.
Ah.
Record it.
Oh, do you have? Do you want a beer?
Yeah, I could take one.
Okay.
Hang on, I have to add one more thing to the intro. Sally, where do you usually hang out? Just name the first place off the top of your head.
HBC.
Perfect.
Okay.
Sweet. Perfect.
Sally, do you want a beer ready?
Yeah.
Like you're good with that? All right, cool.
All right. We ready?
Yeah, should we hit record? Is it recording?
Yeah.
Oh, it's recording?
Oh, it's recording already.
Wait, should we just hit? Should I restart it?
Okay, if you want.
Yeah, we can always clip it later.
Okay, cool.
You know, that's why we have like the long cut.
Yeah,
Director's
true.
cut.
Extended.
All right. You guys ready?
No.
Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? From Seoul, South Korea, I'm Brian Ammer, and you're watching Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings and even hotter guests.
Woo!
And today, we're joined by Matt and Sally. You may know them from your local climbing gym, where they frequently conquer the blue and red levels, or from your local
We do.
pub in HBC. And without further ado, let's get started. So guys,
Ooh.
how are you with spicy food?
Sally?
I'm Korean, so I can handle spicy food very well, and it's my honor to be in your show. And I'm sorry if I interrupted your catch up because I know it was supposed to be originally Matt and you, but
Not at all.
thanks for inviting me.
Of course, now we have double trouble.
Me too. Yeah, same thing. Thank you so much for having us. Very excited for this. As for spicy food, I've been eating it since I was able to eat solid foods. My parents used to take me to this Chinese restaurant that unfortunately closed in Toronto 5 years ago, but until then it was my favorite. And I would have this dish called Hunan beef, and it was super spicy. And as like a 2 or 3 year old, I would eat it and start to cry and continue to keep eating it because I love spicy food that much. So since then, since I've been born pretty much, I'd like to say I like spicy food.
All right.
Nervous for this
Yeah,
though.
let's get started.
Yes.
All right. So the first sauce we will begin with is the Ligo extra hot sauce from Louisiana. Although I wouldn't say it's that hot. It only clocks in at around, I believe, 450 Scovilles. So not too spicy at all.
Not bad at all.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's dig in. First wing.
All right, here we go.
Okay, also, Sally, just to be sure, it's this.
Mm.
For start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Let's do a yeah.
Mm.
Louisiana style. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken wings are from GS25, by the way.
Mhm.
And they're not bad at all.
Yeah, don't sleep on those GS25 either.
Yeah. $6 for 10. Hey.
So, my first question to both of you, a slightly different question. By relocating thousands of miles to live in Asia, it's a big commitment, Matt, not to be taken lightly. Why did you decide to move to Korea, and what is your favorite part about living here?
Awesome intro question. Originally came because I had taken like a 3-month backpacking trip to Asia in 2017. I didn't end up coming to Korea, but I realized how much I love Asia, how much I love traveling, experiencing other cultures. So when I got back from that, I worked for a little bit in Toronto, and then kind of decided I wanted to do something different, come to another country. So did a bunch of research, decided I wanted to teach English. It seemed fun, I could save money, and then narrowed down some of the countries. I was thinking about Japan, Korea, as well as, I think I looked at Thailand a bit, but Korea kind of checked off the most boxes in terms of like saving money. Food scene here is great, which I knew already. Good music scene here as well. Beautiful women here in Korea. So yeah, I don't know, I just yeah, for all those reasons, I picked Korea, and yeah, 3.5 years later,
I
more
thought,
than that.
I thought you were considering that because of your ex-girlfriend, the breakup.
Mm-mm. I mean, if I had never broken up with my ex, I probably would have never come here. But it's not like I was running away. It was just more like, okay, Asia's cool. I'm 25. I'm not going to be able to do this when I'm 30 or 35, so let's go. Yeah.
I agree completely. Actually, this interview is about you, but I had a similar situation, so I understand completely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, involving a girl or involving...
Yeah, involving a girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that was like kind of, it all worked together to do that. So.
Does he remote control? Or is it-
Oh, yeah. Already
Like
get
everything
the
worked
AC
out?
going.
Mm.
Yeah, everything worked out great. Favorite part about Korea? Fuck, that's a really hard one. That's a really hard one. But, okay, well, first things right here. Sally and I met like a week after I arrived and have been together since with a, couple breaks here and there. But aside from that, I'd say just generally living somewhere different and, like people, just the different aspect or how different it is from Toronto. That's like a very vague answer, but that means kind of everything. People speaking a different language everywhere. There's so many days that I'm like the only white person I see for the entire day.
Yeah.
I don't see another white person for the whole day. So it's just, even though I've been here for over 3 years, it still feels kind of novel like that. And I love that about it. It's just different from what I'm used to. So
Excellent. And Sally, similar question to you. So as I understand it, you actually lived in Ireland for a year. So what prompted you to relocate, I think that's at least 1,000 miles to Ireland. It is a big commitment, even though it's just a year. It's a year of your life. So what made you decide to move abroad? Why Ireland? And what was your favorite part about living there?
First, I wanted to live abroad, but I didn't want to study English like in Hagwon per se.
Very understandable.
So I wanted to get like a holiday working visa, and Canada was really competitive, and England was asking too many papers. So I was like, okay, Ireland, I'm gonna go. So I chose Ireland, and luckily I got the visa, and I found a job like within 3 weeks, which was very lucky because they don't really hire Korean or like Asian people in like local jobs, because a lot of Asians work for Chinese restaurant or Korean restaurant or Thai restaurants. But luckily I got the job, and I met really nice friends, and yeah, so and I started I finally got to learn how foreigners live their life in foreign countries, because before I had no clue about 외국ins, because Korea is how to call it
homogeneous.
Yeah, homogeneous country, so we don't really have many but back in since even 2012, 13, there weren't many foreigners that you can really hang out with. So mostly just Chinese.
Oh,
so.
Careful around your eyes, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's only the first sauce.
Yeah, it's good to learn now for the later ones.
So so I learned how those people socialize and they enjoy their lives, and I found a lot of Irish people have similarities in terms of their lifestyle with Koreans. So I learned how to live by myself and
That's a big
become
one,
more
One
independent.
skill, definitely.
Yeah. Yes. And
Nice.
I liked really I really like how friendly people are in Ireland. I think that's one of the main reasons I want to go back. Even though when you think of Ireland, it's not a very touristy country in terms of European countries, but I really want to go back because it just has such nice memories.
Definitely. Yeah, I think it is a beautiful country, very underrated on the tourist scale.
True. Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm gonna cut for a sec. I got a paper towel.
So usually
You can edit this part out.
Yeah, sorry. It's not even for my hands, it's because I'm sweating already. I think I'm camera shy or something. Cheers, thank you.
Oh, also, when Sally's giving her answer, could you lean back a little bit just so the camera can see her a little bit better?
Yeah, for sure.
Sweet.
Yeah, I was trying to do that, but then I think I got into it again and kept leaning forward. Okay, nice. Ooh, first wing down. Beautiful.
So very very spicy for me.
Well, that does not bode well for us.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not spicy at all, but I'm sweating because I think I feel the pressure of getting some interesting answers. And that camera right there, yes.
Yes, the
Yeah.
camera is always watching. But the camera loves you, Matt. That's what I want you to remember. The camera loves you.
I don't know, guys. I'm an actor, but this is a different.
Yeah.
This is a different kind of
In
thing.
this movie, you're playing only yourself.
Only
so
myself. Yeah, it's a lot harder.
the truth will come out.
Yeah.
Anyway, up next we have Ringo Bandito, which is actually made by one of the members of The Offspring, Dexter Holland. Great band. And without further ado, let's dig in.
Ooh.
Oh, and this sauce clocks in at 820 Scoville, so it's about twice as spicy as the sauce that we just ate, but it's still quite delicious.
Yes. Good stuff. Oh, this is good.
Mm-hmm.
This is really good. And it's got the smoky, very bold flavor kind of for me.
Yeah, it reminds me of a backyard barbecue.
Right. Oh, this is fucking good.
Mm.
Yeah. I think I sauced them a bit too conservatively. I could have I want more of that sauce flavor right now.
Yeah, if you want. There's no rules. Pour some more on.
That's true. That's true.
Mm.
Okay, this wing's almost done, but if I need to for other wings, I think I'll be adding a bit more.
Definitely, definitely. So, as we know, Matt, you are an avid climber. Why did you decide to start climbing? How old were you at the time? And what's a cool fact about climbing that most people wouldn't know?
Okay. Sorry, first part of that question was, when did I start climbing?
Mhm.
Where? So I started roughly 2.5 years ago, 2019, I think. And so I actually started to climb here in Korea. I had tried it once ages ago in Canada, but that was lead climbing, which is like with the rope in an indoor gym.
Very different.
Very different. Yeah, here, as you guys know, I just do bouldering, which is without a rope on a smaller wall, and it's usually a bit more physically demanding. Even though the routes are shorter, the moves are much harder and require a decent amount of strength, I'd like to think. Yeah, so I guess I would have been 26 when I started climbing. And why did I start climbing? Yeah, so Sally and I, first time I ever climbed, we went together. And I think the main reason was one of our friends who was living here from Canada, he had kind of just gotten into it and he recommended it. So we went to the gym in Hongdae.
The climb.
The climb,
Waterfall, yes.
yeah. And that was our home gym that was the only gym I went to for over a year. I don't know why I didn't explore other ones, but I guess I was just comfortable there.
It is a great place.
It is, yeah. But yeah, our friend introduced us, and then the first few times I did it, I enjoyed it, but didn't really we didn't even know the rules the first time we went. I think we were just climbing all the different colors. Like, we weren't doing routes or levels or anything. Yeah. But once I kind of learned a bit more about how it works and a couple of the basic techniques, it kind of took off, and I fell in love. Been in love since. Interesting fact about climbing that not many people know. One thing that comes to mind is, I don't know if you guys know Alex Honnold, but he's...
the scary guy.
Well, we watched his documentary. He's arguably the most famous rock climber in the world. And the reason for that...
He's American, eh?
Free Solo, was that the documentary?
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm, mhm.
That man has no fear.
He has like several lives, like otherwise.
But I think a lot of the general population doesn't know about free soloing. I think that movie made it a bit more famous, but free soloing, of course, is where you climb any sort of mountain outdoors without ropes.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, if you make any sort of mistake, you fall, you're
Yeah.
gonna die. Yeah.
So it's like bouldering.
Yeah.
And
it's
combined
like-
with normal climbing in the most dangerous way possible.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I think before I climbed, I had no idea that was a thing. And when I found out that was a thing, it's not something I'm never going to try, but it was fascinating to me that people could do that people are willing to do that, and they're able to like shut off the whole, I guess, fear aspect of their brains. At least the good free soloers are good at that. So yeah, that's pretty mind-blowing to me that people can do that. So fun little fact about climbing.
Excellent.
Mm.
And then Sally, same question to you, but with yoga. As I understand, you're quite the yoga enthusiast.
I like it.
Namaste.
Om Shanti. I started learning yoga like more like proactively since this March, and that was I started it like to be more active like within my lifestyle, because I normally work from home and I don't like going to the gym because I don't like working out with my will. I need someone to push me.
What will?
You need an instructor.
What will? I said.
Like,
I'm teasing you.
so like I need someone. I don't like working out by myself, and and I don't have that much of desire as well. So yoga was kind of good in that sense because it doesn't require a lot of cardio, and it's more about like meditation and like it clears your mind as well. And after I started yoga, I broke up with Matt, and it helped me so much because I was like I was going through a really hard time, but then every time when I went to yoga sesh, it helped me to not think about anything at all. Like it didn't like really help me to like become a better person per se, but it just like helped me to like not think about anything else, but just to not think about nothing else, but like focus on the yoga postures, and eventually like I could see myself getting better and better at all those like vinyasa postures and Suryana Namaskara, which is something that I will show later. But,
That'll be at the very end of all this, yeah.
And then now I can see like I was really bad at doing push-ups, and after doing yoga for several months, I can do push-ups without my knees down.
For sure,
as well.
push-up game is drastically improved.
Oh, there we go.
So so I can see like this is my thing. I did Pilates before, like for like 2 years, and I hated it. Like it was so expensive, and I couldn't even quit it because it's so expensive. And every time I went there, it's like just so exhausting, and like everything was so hard, and I didn't enjoy it. But yoga was, first of all, it's not expensive, and second of all, it's something that I can actually enjoy. And at the end of the session, like you just lie down and just relax. So I really like it. Yeah.
Does sound very calming. Yeah, yoga has definitely many uses. If anyone is getting over a breakup, try yoga.
And rock climbing, one or a few things I forgot to say about climbing and why I actually love it so much is similar to yoga and what you said. It's like whenever I'm climbing, you completely forget about everything else that's going on in your life, whether it's bad or good. You're just focused on climbing. And that also means it's very good for hangover cures, in my opinion. I can walk into the climbing gym feeling like a bag of shit, and I feel like when I go, I focus so hard on it that I'm like, my hangover goes away. And there's nothing else that does that for me.
Wow.
But yeah, just the mental, physical aspect of it are amazing, and socially as well. It's good for meeting people, bringing friends. It covers everything.
Definitely.
There's my rant about climbing.
Can I actually ask you as well? I heard you really like working out, and like what's your motivation of working out?
So I guess my motivation for working out is when I remember when I was a kid, like really young, my dad, he always wanted to lose weight, and I didn't really understand why at the time, but then he ended up getting in really good shape. Around the time he got into shape, I definitely put on some weight in my early teenage years. Around age 15, I started looking at myself, looking at the other guys around me, being like, hey, I want to look more like those guys. So I just started going to the gym religiously. And for me, like I'm definitely like a solo workout person. So throughout the last 10 years, I've been doing a bodyweight routine and doing lots of running. But now I've decided to switch it up, get back in the gym, just because it is fun to work out around other people who are also working out. So I like to try different things. But the main thing for me is that strong body and strong mind kind of go together. And I think they definitely help promote each other. I think,
So you mean that you used to work out by yourself at home?
Oh, yes. For about like the last 10 years, I had a prison workout that I did.
Wow.
You told me about this, yeah.
Yes, from a book.
So what kind of equipment do you have?
So the only thing you need is a pull-up bar. I substituted it with a different exercise with a dumbbell. So I did have one dumbbell that I used for one exercise. But aside from that, it was all push-ups, handstand push-ups, squatting with one leg, leg raises. I had an ab roller that I would use sometimes. But it was pretty much body weight. And it was really fun. It was kind of fun. The workout I was doing, there were 10 different levels for each exercise.
Okay.
So push-ups, level 10 is one-armed push-ups. And then level 5 is normal push-ups. You can kind of like level up in the same way that you would add more weight onto a dumbbell or something like that. But it was like a completely different exercise. So I remember when I first started that workout, it was really fun to be able to like do different like handstands and things like that, and it felt like I was like leveling up like a video game.
Yeah, right. Something to work towards as well.
Yeah.
Always improving.
Definitely.
Nice. I was actually telling Sally today, I was like, Brian's arms look fucking good considering you don't do weightlifting at all. It's all body weight. Like,
yes, I did get a membership yesterday for the gym. So I've been lifting for the actual weights only for the last 2 consecutive days.
2 days in, yeah. But even before that, I'm like, shit, yeah, like looking like nice and jacked, which obviously you can do with just body weight, but usually you associate like bigger arms and stuff with weightlifting and not just calisthenic stuff.
It is definitely more difficult. I was doing one-arm push-ups and handstand push-ups, which definitely helped with
Can you do the one-armed?
Yeah, the one arm, it doesn't. I kind of have to twist my body a little bit because it's very hard to hold your body straight while you do it.
Mhm.
But yeah, it took me about 1 year to get to that point where I could do
Those are
one
tough.
arm push-ups.
Yeah.
But the way you do it is you kind of like level up. So step 10 is one arm push-ups. Step 9 is called a lever push-up, which is on one arm, but you have one hand out here on a basketball. So your left hand's helping out a little bit,
Mhm.
but your right arm is doing most of the work. And then like the step before that is going halfway down on a one arm push-up. So you
That's
kind
what I
of
can
you kind
do.
of work your way up. Yeah.
Yeah, I can get halfway down. I do the archer push-ups as well. Kind of
Yes.
like the one with the basketball, but without the basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to work towards a one-arm push-up, but I'm not there yet.
Yeah. I think if you can do an archer push-up, you're like maybe like one step away from doing a full one arm push-up.
Good
It's
to
a
know.
cool thing to be able to do. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Without further ado, we are on to wing 3, a full quarter of the way through. So this one is the Yellowbird Serrano.
Yes.
If you guys want more sauce,
I
you
think
can definitely
I
add
want
more.
Can I add some?
Of course, yes.
You gonna finish the second wing there or what?
You don't have to clean your wings if you don't want to. It's all up to you.
I'll add a
Go a
couple
little
of
extra
drops
on there.
because this sauce looks amazing.
Yes, this sauce is quite tasty.
Cheers, thank you.
And I think we sauced these wings about an hour ago. I think they kind of soaked up the sauces.
Right, yeah. I
So
feel like it's kind of seeped in.
yeah, a little
Yeah.
more would not be unwarranted.
Yes, agreed.
So this sauce is made with serrano peppers. It has some other it has cucumbers, onions,
Cucumbers.
carrots,
Wow.
and then some other things that are in most hot sauces. But this one is quite good
Nice. It smells delicious. It looks delicious.
and clocks in at around 3,000 to 4,000 Scovilles. So
Okay,
on
we're
paper,
amping it up a little bit.
we are amping it up.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes. And with the extra that we just added, it should be a little bit interesting.
Mm. Oh, that's fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I gotta sauce the other side too.
Mhm.
But it's really good. And noticeably more spicy than the last, but still not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Not too bad.
Yes, we're still on the good side
Right.
of the half.
Right.
Once we get to this one, it's gonna start to get a lot spicier.
Nice.
But right now we're on the enjoyable side.
Yeah, we're just coasting, just chilling.
Having a beer with some pals.
Yeah, that's all it is right now. Yeah.
Mhm. So Matt,
Mm,
you started your Korea tour in 2018, I believe,
correct. Yeah.
to teach elementary school English. What was your favorite part about teaching? And did anything about that experience surprise you at all? Do you have any advice for those who are back in North America or any other English-speaking area who are considering teaching English abroad?
First bit of advice to those people would be if you're considering it, and obviously if you're open to living in different countries. You mean teaching abroad specifically, right?
Could be teaching abroad, could be Korea.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say go for it. Go for it. It was like it sounds very cheesy and cliche, but I always say that coming here to teach was one of the best decisions of my life. Not really because of teaching, but because of all the experiences that came with it. But I think overall, my favorite thing about teaching kids from that age, I taught like anywhere from 5-year-olds to I taught a couple 12-year-olds at one point, but most of the time they were younger. Favorite thing is just like seeing how kids' minds work and how different they are from us and how, I guess, like innocent and pure they are. Also sounds cheesy because that's what everyone says about kids, but it's true. And some of the ideas that they come up with are just absolutely wild. It's been a while since I was in a classroom with any kids, so I'm trying to think of specific examples, but just in general. And also, kids are so sweet. I don't know if it's just Korean kids, but
I think Korean kids are definitely sweeter
Are
than
they?
American
That's
kids.
how I feel. Yeah, like they really are. Most of them are genuinely sweet. They can be shitheads a lot of the time, but they're still like, yeah, they're very loving. They're very, I don't know. The kids are fucking awesome. I think
Compared to American kids, the sweet to shithead ratio is definitely different.
the sweet to shithead ratio. Yeah. But yeah, favorite part was just getting to be around the kids. Funny though, that was probably also my least favorite part about teaching at other points, you know, because there's the days like we know it.
Yeah,
The days
you
where they
just-
drive you fucking crazy.
You're glancing at your watch every 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
when can I get out of this classroom?
Yeah, so they were definitely the best and worst part about the whole thing. One little thing to add, I guess my second favorite thing about it was kids learn incredibly fast. So it was cool to see like teaching a class of beginners. They come in at the beginning of the year not knowing pretty much a word of English apart from, you know, maybe a few numbers and cat and dog and stuff. And by the end, they're fully speaking English all day for 5 days a week.
Just to see that progression.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. So it's kind of fulfilling in that way. That's my other favorite thing about it. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'd highly recommend it to anyone who's thinking about doing it. As you guys know, I didn't choose it for my career path now, but it was an amazing 2 years, and yeah, no regrets. A lot of fun.
Definitely.
Yeah. Also, that wing was amazing. That sauce, yum.
Yes, the
Yeah.
Yellowbird Serrano. You can find it online. I bought mine on coupon, but it's available at many other places as well. And then Sally, I have a similar question for you. As I understand it, you volunteered as an orphanage at an orphanage for 1 year. So can you tell me what was that experience like, and what did you draw from it?
First, I like taking care of, how to say, who are on socially under
Mm.
like I don't want
Like
to say
those who are careful around your eyes, by the way.
Okay. I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
want to call them poor, but
Economically disadvantaged, maybe.
and they were really, really, really cute, but they were kind of like competitive with each other sometimes. And,
For affection.
and some of them were calling me Amma, like mother, as
Yeah.
well. And I really, the one thing I considered when I was quitting my job, like at the previous company, was that volunteering, because I really wanted to keep doing that.
Mhm.
But my ex-boss was really shitty, so I had to quit it. But yeah, like that whole experience made me feel like I'm a person who can be really loving, and I learned so much from them. Like, I don't know, like I think at the very first time, very first time, I think I might have like prejudice, like well, they are not, they don't have parents, or like, so I thought they might be like children who are like a lot, which they are, but I kind of took it for granted. So I was like, oh, I have to do everything for them. I have to do everything for them, which is kind of not true, because if you do everything for them, they kind of take you for granted, and therefore they're like like after the volunteering, we have lunch, and then we go to like a Home Plus or E-Mart to buy them like small gifts, and they're like they will go to like a 50K like worth of toys, and they're like, buy me this, Amma, buy me this, Amma. And then like they will sit on the floor and like never leave there.
Right.
And it's really embarrassing, and it's tiring. So I'm like, okay, like I can't always like be listening to them, because they need to learn.
Yeah, you gotta show them tough love at some point.
Yeah,
Definitely.
So like one of like my colleagues were like, he was telling them, don't call me a father. Like, I'm not your father, but I can be your uncle.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
fair too, because I guess you don't want them seeing you like that, because that's not what the situation is. It could end up
Because
being
like
worse
some
for
of them was like really mischievous, like throwing like a potato, like a chips to us, like this, like Oma, Oma.
Wow.
Shit had the sweet ratio we were talking about.
Yeah.
It applies to all kids.
But then like,
Not just
like
that
at the end of the class, they were like, at the end of the day, and they were like, oh, don't leave. When are you gonna come back? Are you gonna come back next week? Because the volunteering was only once a month. So like, okay, I wanna come back next week, but I would, but I can't, because I can't afford it financially.
Right, you can't afford to keep buying them
Oh.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, they taught me a lot of things. Like I like volunteering, because even though I am like giving something, I think I learn more than I give. I think that's why I keep wanting to do something that is helpful to society. Like I volunteer at dog shelter, or I used to help the elderly who are living by themselves and supported by government financially because they're so poor, and orphanage kids.
Yeah, it is really important to give back, and it's a great way to
Yeah, exactly.
help the community, and you feel better about yourself afterwards. So it's kind of a win-win.
That's true. Yeah, Sally's great with all that, with
Yeah.
all the volunteering stuff you've done. Respect it.
But one thing, I did like handicapped self center in Bora Message nearby Seoul University, and they were like mentally kind of disabled, and they were adults, mostly men, and I think one of them kind of felt really attached to me.
Ah, yeah, I can see.
Like really embarrassing. Like whenever like we were learning how to play like drum, Korean drum, and every time when I come to the class, he would just like hug me like really deeply. 수연쌤! like, he would message me on Kakao, 수연쌤 뭐해요? Like, what are you doing? What's up? And I would ignore it because it feels weird.
Yeah, you gotta have some kind of barrier.
Because I had this like I weirdly had this feeling that he knows that he's trying to do something with me. Because the way he hugs me and like, the way he messages me, like it's just like so weird.
So it didn't feel purely platonic. Ah.
So I was like, okay, so I would ignore his messages, and then he would like next week he would tell the teachers that oh Suyeon ignore my messages, like say such bad things about me.
Yeah, I don't think responding to his messages are part of the job description though.
No.
So I think, yeah.
Did you ever tell him 남자친구 있어요?
I didn't have 남자친구.
Oh really?
No.
When was this? When
I
you
was in
split up?
university.
Ah, uni time. Okay. Yeah, never mind.
And one of them like spat on my face.
Oh wow.
Yikes.
The things you do to get back sometimes. Yeah.
Especially hearing that during Corona times, someone spitting on your face.
It was like 2013 or something.
Yeah.
It was okay, but still, like I was like really embarrassed.
Right.
Because you know, like if they were like a normal people, you would say something like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing?" But you know, like you're not supposed to say something like that, but you feel like really insulted.
Yeah, because there are people you're trying to help, so you can't get them too hard, but they shouldn't be spitting in your face either.
Yeah.
100%.
Anyway, yes.
Damn.
All right, so yes, the perils of volunteering, but I would say it's still worth it.
Yeah, very much worth it.
That's what matters. Yeah.
I like doing it.
Definitely. So, on to wing number 4. This is the sultry number 7. The main ingredient here is actually mandarin oranges, which makes it a quite sweet sauce. It also has carrots, tomatoes, onions, and habanero peppers. And it clocks in at around 10,000 to 50,000 Scovilles, although I don't know if that website was 100% reputable. Having tried this sauce, it is quite sweet. Not a shithead. If anyone would like some more, mine appears to be liberally sauced. I'm also using the plate that these were sauced on.
The chunky one?
The chunky
This is
one.
the chunky
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
If anybody would like some more,
Let's take a look at this. Oh, actually, I'll have. Oh, it's got some chunks going on it.
I think I'm good.
all right. So we'll leave this one as is.
Nice. You said this is one of your favorites that you've tried?
I really like it. The only reason I actually don't like it that much is whenever I've tried it, it hasn't really given me that spicy kick. All I can really taste is the sweetness, although it is a very delicious sauce.
Oh, it's sweet right away. It's delicious though, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For me, so far, like Lego is the spiciest.
You know what it probably is, in my opinion? It's just that it was the first bit of spice we've had for the day, so it's maybe the most noticeable.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, because I actually agree. That one hit me the most as well. But for me, I know it's just because it's the first bit of spice that I had. But anyways, I know, like you've been saying, after this wing, we're in the...
Yes,
we're
we
getting
are.
into
The training wheels are coming off after this one.
Yeah.
After this one.
I'm excited for that.
Yes, and Scovilles aren't 100% infallible. I feel like it's not always the objective Scoville corresponding completely to the subjective feeling of how strong the wing is.
Right.
I would say the third one is definitely the one that we had before this is probably stronger than this one, but
I'd say so too.
This
Yeah,
one
I
is
noticed
just-
the spice more.
you kind of feel it like coming in at the end after you taste the sweetness. There's a bit of a spicy aftertaste,
Right.
but it's really nothing that hurts you that bad.
Mm.
So Matt, my fourth question for you.
Yes.
Most people, and this question is actually going to be the same for both of you, most people who've never been to Korea don't really know much about Korean cuisine. What is your favorite Korean food, snack, and or beverage? And which one do you think is the strangest?
Okay.
Whew.
My favorite Korean food is sundubu.
So they can see
Uh,
the beautiful
My
people.
favorite Korean food is sundubu jjigae. Have you
And
ever
what is
tried?
that for those of us who don't speak Korean?
Like a tofu. I really don't. I hate calling it tofu because it's Japanese, but a lot of people know it as tofu. The mild tofu stew. It's like the tofu is even softer, like almost like jello. And I like this. I that's my favorite Korean food, and the stew is like as it is, just like savory and salty and sometimes spicy.
So savory soybean stew.
Kind of, but it doesn't have soybean paste.
Mm.
It's got like chili pepper powder and sometimes seafood, mostly seafood and egg. They have an egg. And the strangest is I think that is bandegi.
Bandegi.
I think
What is bandegi?
Mm-hmm.
baby butterfly.
Okay, for anyone who doesn't know.
When you had bundegi, did you have it out of a can? Or
Oh, I was like a children's grandpa with my parents and stuff. Like my dad used to love it, not anymore. But he was like, "Oh, this is yummy steak."
yeah.
So I had it, and I thought it was, like since my dad told me it's a good snack, so I thought it.
You trusted him, of course.
So I thought it was good, and I had believed that this is a yummy snack. And after I found out that it's baby baba, I was like, oh fuck, this is disgusting.
It's hard to get over that mental barrier.
Yeah,
knowing
and the
that you're-
way,
It is.
like it's just like aesthetically like.
displeasing.
Yeah, very aesthetically displeasing. And just all the larvae in there, all.
Yeah. Silkworm larva.
And
by
then
way.
the way
Yes.
that you cook
So-
them, like it was just in a big bowl and just steam them all together. I think everything is just wrong.
Fair.
Yes, that's one Korean food that I don't think I'll ever try. Is
What?
bundegi.
Okay, now we have to try bandegi. As soon as this is done, we're going to.
No, well, if I need something to get the taste of ghost pepper out of my mouth, it might be
That might
bundegi.
be the thing, yeah. Oh god, I feel like my first answer regarding favorite Korean food is kind of boring, but it's just, I don't know, it encapsulates Korean culture, Korean food so well. Barbecue, I'd say. In particular, just Korean pork barbecue, so samgyeopsal, pork belly, or moksal, pork neck. But it's not just the meat. The meat's delicious, but I just love
Banchan.
how everything comes together. Yeah, the banchan and the leaf wraps, and yeah, getting the leaf, putting all the banchan in it. Every restaurant has different banchan. Like it's just delicious, and it's also pretty healthy. Apart from all the fat that comes with the pork, and it's usually a very healthy meal.
You get like a
stew.
leaner fat like moksal. I think it's like very healthy.
Exactly. Yeah. There's it's
It's got like a very balanced nutrition.
Right, and then you can get the stew with it. Soju and beer obviously goes very well with it as well. That's a plus. So barbecue. It's like a typical foreigner answer, I feel like, but it's true for me.
Especially with that samjang sauce, like the sweet
Oh,
sauce.
oh,
that they do.
yeah.
It's quite
Fucking
good.
Yeah. My favorite is honestly just like the mixture of sesame oil and salt. Yeah, but the samjang's good. Or wasabi. Some of the restaurants with better quality meats give the wasabi and
Oh,
salt. Oh my god, yeah. And definitely the weirdest food that I know here is related to barbecue. A month or two after I arrived in Korea, we went for chicken barbecue to this like amazing chicken barbecue restaurant.
Oh yeah.
They gave us, I think it's mostly chicken ribs, not dakgalbi, but like, yeah, barbecue chicken ribs. But there was this one cut that I tried and immediately knew it was super bouncy and chewy. The flavor wasn't bad, but it kind of reminded me of intestines. So I asked Sally, like, what is this? She's like, oh, it's dakdongji. And I'm like, what's that?
Yeah.
And she said, it's chicken asshole.
Oh,
And I had to ask her
yes.
like 5 to 10 times because I didn't believe it was. I was pretty much brand new to Korea. So I was like, no, it's obviously not chicken asshole. But it is chicken asshole. And it's not bad, but just thinking about what it is, I'd say that's like the strangest food in Korea. Bondegi is a close second as well. Yeah. Yeah.
I've only had the chicken assholes fried, and they're actually not that bad. Just kind of taste
They're
like
not.
a little bit chewier than normal fried chicken, but I can't imagine
Exactly.
what they look like without the fried
Yeah, they're not all covered
They're
up.
out there. Yeah.
How about you? What's your favorite Korean food and what's the most strange Korean food?
For me, I think my favorite food right now is Korean fried chicken. I was actually,
Really?
I've always loved chicken. When I started working out, of course, I ate a lot of chicken breast. But I didn't love fried chicken until I came to Korea. Just something
Oh,
about
really?
Korean fried chicken is so much
Interesting.
better. There's one chain in
yeah.
particular. I don't know. It translates in English to young man chicken, but it's got a blue sign, a blue and white sign. It's got like a picture of a young man.
What would that be? Young man chicken.
오빠 chicken?
Oppa's not
Young.
young man.
Let's see if I can find a picture of it.
I wanna know.
It's
I wanna
takeout
know.
only. You can't eat there, which is perfect. So I get takeout, like just me or maybe me and a friend, and we'll just chow down. It's
Okay.
so amazing. Let's see if I can find it. I think I took a picture of the sign at one point.
Young man chicken.
I like gonne.
Is it something namja? Like namja as in man? Or is it like
yes,
different? Yeah?
I think so.
Huh.
I definitely have the worst Korean of anyone at this table, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me just a little bit. But this, I would say, I've tried a lot of fried chicken in Korea. This is probably my favorite, at least my favorite chain of fried chicken. And it's quite cheap because it's takeout only. So
I think I know it.
Is it a chain for sure?
yes, there's a chain near my place, which is in Dongjaku.
Okay.
There is also a chain in near Yeoksam and Gangnam. There's
so it's-
quite several of them, and I found it. It is, if this is the right one, it is Chongnyeon chicken.
청년 chicken.
Yes. That is my favorite
Chongnyeon.
one.
청년 stuff is getting really popular these days.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah, highly
Let's try that
recommend it.
soon.
Yes.
I don't think I've had it.
Yeah, the original flavor is good. They have a snow cheese flavor.
Snow cheese.
Yes.
Is that just the powdered cheese? The
Yes.
like the white powdered cheese?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. So that one's a dry rub.
Yeah.
They've got like the standard like sweet and spicy sauce. They got like the soy sauce. They have a spicy one. That's the only one I haven't tried yet. So I think after this, I'll probably be ready.
Ooh. Guys, if we're moving on to the next wing, the beer's getting to me. I'm gonna take a very quick washroom break if that's
Me
cool.
too.
That's all right. Yes, we can take a quick pause.
Bye.